Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is HD's Starcraft, and I'm back for Game 2 here from the semifinals of DreamHack Valencia. And in the top left-hand corner of the map, allow me to introduce MYI Invisible Dust, Stardust. He is going to be the red Protoss in the top left-hand corner, and in the bottom right-hand corner we have Jaedong RC, who is the blue Zerg and is currently down one game in this set. Unbelievably, I mean, seriously, he is, I can only imagine the pressure on his shoulders right now. The fans watching, I'm watching, you guys are watching. It's like, if he doesn't win this, how can we ever have hope for Jaedong ever again? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, he certainly does have a lot of pressure right now, and he has got to figure it out here against Stardust and that aggro style. And that's the thing, man. When you're facing off against a Protoss, sometimes, even when you're scouting, even when you know what's coming, even when you played against this guy before millions of times, if he comes at you with 7 gateways, +2/+1, I mean, that's a very quick +2/+1 from Stardust. It is literally his signature play. It's very hard to hold, you know, even if you've got mutas and you're Jaedong. And the thing is, 2/1 stalkers, they take less damage from the mutas, they do more damage to the mutas, they just absolutely rip through them. So it's not an easy game here for Jaedong, and you know, I almost feel like maybe not rushing up to Spire and trying to play mutas is the answer. When you go for mutas, the thing is, you have to, you don't allow yourself to upgrade roaches, you don't allow yourself to upgrade hydras, the carapace, and the missile upgrades. You force yourself basically into going the Spire tech, and the problem with that is you don't have roaches and hydras, you don't have similar upgrades to that early +2/+1. I think maybe Jaedong just needs to not go mutas and try to go roach hydra, because let's face it, if he can get some roaches and hydras out and they have the same upgrades as that, you know, all-in build, I think Jaedong might have a chance. I really do. But I don't know, has he come to that same conclusion during the break, during the interval between game 1 and this game? I don't know. We'll have to see. It does look like Stardust here is going for a Nexus at the natural expansion, and he's got a couple of gateways here at the front door. No, gateway and forge, and the Overlord is going to sniff that out. Sniffing it out like a dog. And I love my dog, by the way, you guys. If you guys don't remember, my dog is Haley. She is absolutely adorable. Yeah, a little side tangent. Love it. Love her. But yeah, we do have a another gateway coming up here, and you know, the thing here for Jaedong is he's got to get these Overlords in position over the Protoss space. He needs to send them in and scout quickly. It looks like we have a couple of early Zerglings coming in here. Gonna dish a little bit of damage on this gateway. And the photon cannon is now online, so that is going to be pretty much not. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so Stardust here was originally, I believe he was going for a double gateway at the front door, and I guess I should have explained that a little bit. A lot of time another Overlord comes in anyways, but a lot of times when Protoss go for double gateway at the front door, it can mean they're going to be aggressive with, you know, 6 or so zealots or something around the 6-minute mark, and you have to be careful about that. Other times though, Protoss players go double gateway because their first gateway hasn't finished up yet, and they need some type of a stopgap measure to make sure Zerglings don't run into their main base. And I think it's probably the latter here, the latter option. I think Stardust just wanted that second building up there so that he wasn't going to get rushed by Zerglings and just straight up lose. So yeah, he is going to replace that with the Cyber Core. Jaedong knows regardless because he has an Overlord there. And speaking of knowledge, Stardust now has knowledge about this hatchery, as he is going to do a quick 180-degree turn and boom, run right into that Zergling. So death to all Protoss. Jaedong has no mercy today. He will take no prisoners. He is going to be droning up. And yeah, very quick third hatchery actually from Jaedong here. And you have to be careful, because the times where Stardust has seen that quick third expansion, that's when Stardust has been getting very frisky, very aggressive. Jaedong knows it. That's the thing though, Jaedong knows, and he knows it's been revealed, he knows it was scouted by that probe, and so he will need to get his units on the field in a very quick fashion here. And like I said before, I don't think mutas are going to be the answer. I think he needs to get roaches, Zerglings, and maybe hydras if he can get up to layer tech and start to punch out those upgrades. +1/+1, plus try to stay on par with Stardust's forge upgrades because you can see that Stardust here is getting +1 weapons at the forge pretty quickly. And in the meantime, it looks like Stardust is going to work down these rocks leading over to the 3rd expansion as well. And I'm just keeping my eye on Stardust's production tab, honestly, guys. I just want to see when he starts to get those units coming. It looks like he is going to go for Twilight Council here. And in the background, that is the Twilight Council. Behind the Nexus, over here at the front, that is another Forge. No doubt going to be going for that double upgrades pretty soon. Meanwhile, a Stalker finding himself off into no man's land. Going to go by the bones of the last unit that walked over onto the Zerg side of the field. And this Stalker now is trying to stalk its way back home. I think it will be able to make it back, actually. So nice for that Stalker. Plus the sentries coming out, so that will protect the Stalker. And yes, so nice play right there by Stardust. It's not going to let his units go down that easily. And honestly, you don't want to let your units go down early on, especially if you're planning to go for early aggression. Every single unit does count. And right now, Jaedong is going to try to block the 3rd Nexus from coming down. Even though Jaedong might think, hey, this guy probably won't even go for a 3rd Nexus. But it's good because you get vision, you know when your opponent is pushing out here, you know when these rocks are going to be destroyed. And it looks like we have an Observer coming over here on the right-hand side. And yes, we do have a Hydralisk stand coming down and Infestation Pit. I think Jaedong has changed up his strategy here. He is going to be going for something different. He's got early +1 missile as well. Now, if he can get Hydras out on the field, then, I mean, that will pretty much nullify this type of army from Stardust, who Stardust is going to be going for a 3rd Nexus, but I know that here, guys, looks can be deceiving. Let's just say that. This Nexus might not even be used for Stardust, although he is destroying the rock tower here, and it is going to collapse downwards to fill that out. So there it is, and now here comes one more gateway, 2 more gateways. Keep your eyes on how many more Stardust does construct. He is currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gates. And I think he'll probably end up adding a 7th one as well. But he might just go for a 6-gate. Awkward timing on 3 bases. He's done this before as well. And so I think that's what he's going for, ladies and gentlemen. And the question now, is Jaedong going to be prepared for this? He's got 10 Hydralisks on the way. Upgrades for Jaedong currently at just +1 missile. Didn't have time to get Carapace. So he's just going to be operating on 1 round of upgrades. He's also getting Hydra range instead of Hydra speed, which I think is the better upgrade if you are going to be defending on creep. And so Jaedong here, will he be able to have enough? He's trying to make roaches as well, because with Hydras, you do need roaches in the front to eat up some of the damage. And Jaedong, unfortunately for him, will not have creep down here. He has got to protect this 3rd hatchery. Excuse me, this is actually the 4th hatchery for Jaedong, because he knows there is a 3rd Nexus up and operational for Stardust, or at least up, maybe not operational quite yet, because Stardust, of course, is committing to this attack, doesn't really have any probes over there. And now Jaedong going to try to go for a surround on both sides, has his units on the creep. But, oh man, just gets hacked and slashed down by those powerful zealots. And Jaedong right now, will he be able to have enough units to defend against this? I love how he's positioning his forces so that he can go for a multi-pincer attack. The only thing is it does, you know, spread his units a little bit thin. And I think he's just going to try to wait it out a little bit longer, get some more units on the field. He's actually going to go for Vipers. He went for a very quick hive. He's going to try to punch out a couple of Vipers here. And, you know, if he can abduct those Immortals and displace them and allow his units to just take them out really quickly, then all of a sudden his Roaches and Hydras just become that much more powerful. And so we'll see if he can get that out on the field or not. 3 more gateways being added in here, and it does look like Stardust did add in a couple of probes to start mining over here. Although really, with only 59 workers, it almost seems like it doesn't really seem that efficient. Why not just stay on 2 bases? But who knows? He can transition out of this if he doesn't do enough damage. And it looks like now he's grouped up his forces now, gonna go for the main ramp. But Jaedong, I mean, while Stardust is hesitating, I feel like Jaedong has been allowed to get more and more forces on the field. Or perhaps Stardust is just hesitating because he realizes, oh crap, I'm up against Roaches and Hydras, and this is the type of units that I don't want to be up against. I'd much rather be dealing with Mutas. But I don't know, even then, I think Stardust's hesitation is going to cost him, because Jaedong is now catching up in upgrades. Finally, Stardust is going to move in. Will he have enough? It looks like the Immortals get abducted. Oh, great abducts by those Vipers. Every single one getting pulled up in the melee range, and now will Jaedong have enough to crush this Protoss army? A couple of reinforcements coming in for Stardust as well. Stardust still has the upgrade advantage at +2/+1, but he doesn't have the high-powered Immortals to help him against these roaches anymore. He just has Stalkers, and I think Jaedong is going to have enough. Yes, Jaedong is going to have enough forces here. Roaches and Hydras continuing to stream in. 32 Zerglings are on the way as well. And Stardust is going to be forced back home. Jaedong finally gets the victory he's been wishing and wanting. He's got 167 supply now, over 69. And this is the day that Jaedong has been hoping for. Finally, GG calls Stardust. Jaedong ties up the series, and that is going to force it into Game 3, the final game. Wow, so yes, Jaedong now knows how to defeat this build. We are going to go right into Game 3 and see how that unfolds. Don't go anywhere. This is HD signing out.